name is Jennifer and we're here today at Lake of the Woods Forest Preserve, standing right in front of the covered bridge. Lake of the Woods Forest Preserve is part of the Champaign County Forest Preserve District and it's located in Mahomet, Illinois. You may have been here before and driven through the covered bridge many times since it was first built in the 1960s, but have you ever looked up while you passed through the bridge? Or have you ever been here at night and noticed what flies in and out of the bridge? If you've done either of those things, you may have figured out that there are bats living in the covered bridge. The bridge was designed by a civil engineering instructor at the University of Illinois, and it's a replica of the original Pepperell Bridge near Boston. This bridge was constructed in the early 1960s to connect two sides of Lake of the Woods Forest Preserve after land was purchased on the west side of the river. The bridge was dedicated in 1965 in honor of then Lake of the Woods Superintendent Harold Moon, who directed its construction. First off, bats are nocturnal, which means you're not likely to see them in the daytime. However, it is still possible to see where they stay. In this video, we'll be showing you a close-up view of where to look for the bats at the bridge, and we'll also tell you more about the species that have been identified here. There are so many reasons to love bats, and we hope that this video helps you think about at least one. So, where are the bats? These bats are nocturnal, which means they're only active at night. During the day, they rest by hanging upside down, tucking themselves into a small crevice inside the bridge where they're protected from the weather and predators. The best place to look for the bats is from the sidewalk on either side of the bridge. Walk along the path, look inside any of the windows, and look for the piles of bat scat in the middle of the road. The scat piles up there because bats spend their day roosting in the crevices of the two center beams of the roof inside the bridge. We think this is likely a maternal colony of bats, where mother bats raise their pups. A few bats spend the day in the crevice along the eaves of the bridge. If you have a flashlight or binoculars or really good eyesight, you might be able to see a tiny bat face looking back at you. A survey of bats at the covered bridge was conducted in 2017 by researchers with the Prairie Research Institute at the Illinois Natural History Survey. Several species were identified. Researchers used ultrasonic acoustic recorders and computer software to identify the bats flying in and out of the bridge by their calls. Check out this footage that was obtained as part of the study of bats flying in and out of the bridge at night. 8 different species of bats were identified during the study. The most common species is the big brown bat. Some of the other species that were identified during the study include the eastern red bat, the hoary bat, the tricolored bat, the silver-haired bat, and the threatened species, the northern long-eared bat. The bats are flying in and out of the bridge at night to forage for food. All Illinois bat species eat insects. A single bat can eat thousands of insects in one night. They capture insects in flight using echolocation. They begin hunting at dusk and may hunt throughout the night, resting between foraging flights. Most bats migrate south for the winter. A few will travel as far as Mexico, but some will stay close and hibernate in caves or other protected natural or man-made structures. Remember, you can visit Lake of the Woods Forest Preserve anytime during the park's open hours. Visit ccfpd.org for specific opening and closing times. If you do decide to come out, it's a good idea to remember some insect repellent. The bats may love the bugs, but us not so much. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we hope you enjoyed this video.